Hey, hello, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm Walter and we are about to kick off the next trial for a person so we can find the killer or someone we don't even fucking know. We don't know that person. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Anyways, yeah. So if you like what you see here, like, subscribe and follow, and good luck and have fun. Good luck and have fun. Good luck and fun. You know what I mean? Like, sit back, chill, and enjoy the show. That's what I meant. Okay, so, give me 1 second. I think I did pretty good tonight. Yeah, I think I did pretty good tonight. Let's do the thing. Yeah. Do it live! No, I'm kidding. Sorry, my life.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Here we go.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
What specifics? We don't know what the fuck who is.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
She's right in the room.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
Right.
But she has legs and stuff.
Like,
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
right.
There's a
That's
limit
so
to how much
creative.
ridiculousness I can tolerate.
That's so... Those are words I never done these.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Right.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Just, or you don't. You could just point at her.
Traits?
You could just point at her.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Right.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Right. That's none of your business.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Maybe they were scorched
They
off.
probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the same room as a guy. I don't want to be in that. There's no way that ghost was Kyoko. She's standing right there, but you know that's beside the point. Oh my god. Does that make me stupid? I might actually be stupid. Oh my god. If I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here. The case won't go forward. I don't even care about that anymore. I just want to make sure that I'm not as stupid as Hero, because he's just, you know, if there was a Guinness Book of World Records for how stupid he is, he would be in it. Like, you'd see his face. And like, if I'm that level of stupid, like, I don't even want to be associated with that level of stupid. I'm just saying, wow, that would be like, I can't believe I just spent the last like 20 minutes being scared of the fact that I might actually be, I don't want to be as stupid as him. I really don't want to be. I don't think I'm stupid as him, but I can't provide we're gonna be stuck here in case the case won't go forward. So I have any choice but to, yeah.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Right. Not due to explosions, but explosions was unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim was instead a single time with a knife, which went completely to the body. Okay. The explosion had burnt the upper half to a body ground, but the upper half of the body remained on fire, not to be distinguished. So that this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. The body was wearing notably long, thick nails. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. There were bricks of charred debris and the body. Oh yeah, and I can see why it would look like part of the bomb. I see it now. So you know that the bomb has been removed from our condition at the speed. Yeah. Printers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30. If this time is a possible change as such, it is assumed that the body had been gotten before 1:30. It wouldn't have gotten wet. 7 o'clock. Makoto wakes to the morning mountain. 7:30. Makoto and Awa arrive at the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 a.m. Makoto meets with others at the gym, and together they head to the classroom. At 9 o'clock, Toko, it's now Makoto, is told to find the pickaxe in the garden. She discovered the body. Okay. The knife was found near the body. It was the same knife that was used to stab for the explosion, plus the same knife. That Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the assistant was holding. They attacked Makoto. The trap was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. Outside of his work, filthy with muddy ground, the other is the number of chicken growth decreased from 5 to 4. Yashiro claimed that there were, without a doubt, 5 chickens just before the 9 a.m. Bayuka stated that there is no corpse in guard just after last night, so it can't be assumed that the murder took place on turned out to land. Yoda also said that Yashihiro, Toko, and Iroh went to gym last night and then weren't on at any point. Okay. The corpse had a mask covering its head and the white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust. The knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were cuts laid throughout the wound. The body has stopped bleeding. The blood is still wet. It is not overpowered. There is no blood on the ground. There's no blood on the ground around the body, but still wet. The body has stopped bleeding. Okay. Makuro Ishikabi, female, on the Silksman Solo, she became been obsessed. She became been obsessed. Great. Well, I screw up English all the time. She became been obsessed with the military. It's the bin that's screwing it up. It's the bin. Okay, she became obsessed with the military for months. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, even every member of Frenier gets a tattoo somewhere on their body representing their militant group, their membership in the group. Sorry. Like I said, screw up English all the time. Like an idiot. On gone. That means I am here on. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants. That's a favor. That's something to realize that's worth the death right now. Oh my god, I'm a fraud. The killing game takes 16 participants, all students. So it seems that Makuro Shiba was a 16th student. One of them also revealed the reason that was going to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. Okay. The woodblock decoration was found in Kyoto's room. Looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. Gotcha. A set of titanium arrows were found in the dojo, and in the dojo locker there appears to be 10 in total. Along with the arrows, there was also a wad up ball of duct tape. In the locker, the duct tape had traces of blood on it. To his related to the case, but no one can imagine how. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school. Sneak on into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. So maybe she slept there.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
No, she wasn't wearing.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Yeah, it is kind of idiotic. He's kind of wrong. That body is good. I can prove it. Yeah, she's wearing
That
fake.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay,
Then prove it. Prove she's...
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah. Gloves.
No, it's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Right.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails,
Can't
remember?
wear fake nails and gloves.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Right.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Wow, bro.
Anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Literally.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Right. She's literally.
these gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Literally.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Can you please shut up,
Which should
Hiro?
have been obvious since she's
standing.
standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Yes, thank
That's the
you.
first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Right. Like a fucking idiot. For anything, we have to identify the victim. Thank you. Everything starts from there. God. Ugh. Why? Why is he being such a dumbass? Effectively did the rug is sprinkled with exposed nails, with the tattoo on the right. Okay.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
She's right there. She's fucking right there. Okay. Ugh.
then who died?
Oh, shit.
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Let's find out the victim before we can do anything else.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
there's gotta be some way to figure it out.
Fragments.
The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right? If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
there's gotta be some way to figure it out.
Yeah, that's just how Dice 6 works. Right. Bring a cut. Hey, lizard guy, how's it going? Thanks for coming to the stream. Hold on, I think I can remember your username, so I can still probably give you a shout out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that worked. Okay, cool. Although I'm wondering now why the clip didn't play, but it's fine. Yeah, welcome to stream. How's it going? Yeah, that's how live streams work. Let's see the possible change. The blind happening in the I'm viewing live space right now. Yep. Yeah, and thank you for following me on live space. I appreciate it.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Oh, if we can't identify the body...
And there's nothing else we can do, right?
Can we identify...
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to do so.
The face was scorched beyond, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma.
Oh, if we can't identify the body...
No, it's wrong.
Nice. Got it. Whew. That was a bit hard to figure out, that
There
part.
was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Right. The nails.
For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Calm down, serial
Oh,
killer.
an unusual death. This I gotta see.
No, you don't.
Just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Right.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Right.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Yeah, why would you know that?
Seriously? They really did
Is that
something that
because-
humiliating?
That you're Byaku's bitch?
No, that's
basically?
not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Right.
Oh, really?
That's the information we have to do. Yeah. Let's see. Everybody put a nice cram. No. Yeah, there we go. His
I
profile.
got it! The
The
Fenrir
16th
Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Correct.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad
It's a tattoo.
would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Right.
Fenrir?
It means that represents Fenrir is the dog. Oh, it's a wolf. No. I need an L. I need an L. I missed the L. That's the only way to take an L. That's the only good way to take an L. No, there are other reasons to take an L.
Now I understand.
Good reasons to take an L.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
I was gonna say a dog.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Right.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Wow.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A
Yeah.
wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Correct.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Yeah, that's the only way.
What?
Yeah, that had to be Mikro.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
But you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool last trial?
I don't know if the mastermind is dead.
It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Right. Because he's the
Maybe
ultimate
we
soldier.
shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Right.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
She's the ultimate soldier.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Right, so I don't know where Kyoko got
If I
the ultimate
remember
soldier,
correctly,
despair.
that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Right.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
How come she wasn't in any of the
Been
damn
gone
trials?
This whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Yeah, at the end of the trial, you'll see how much detail there is.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
I think she was an important
Which
character.
would
She tried to
mean
kill
she
me in
was
my
the same
bed,
as us. Just another participant.
even though she never showed up for any of the trials.
Who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Yeah, based on the last trial we had, you
I
found
have
my
officially
name.
decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
For some reason, that makes me
Now
feel
then,
good.
just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
no!
Yeah.
There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Yes.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
I have no fucking clue. I just found out about this person.
We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
It's like finding a dead body right in front of you
I'm
and
sure
saying,
you
figure
realize
out who
who I'm
murdered him.
talking
And I'm
about,
like,
right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
so there's only 2 suspects. No. Yeah,
I got it!
it has to be me and her.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Right.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma.
Right.
The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom and
Even though Monokuma's literally like there. But he's a machine. That's beside the
all
point.
of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Right.
Exactly so.
You know, vouch. The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Yeah. Or it could be one of those four. Damn it, I can't understand someone. I have to put my name, right? But then Kyoko did it.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Yeah, about that.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
No, not really.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Didn't I literally meet up with you guys?
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Right. Wait, so why couldn't it be Toko? Since he's the one that found it anyway.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Right. Now that Toko, what time is it? Right. Well, when we left it there, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Right. Okay, go to a pickaxe. Be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Yep. And it was done by Toko.
For me,
I'm out.
I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
8:30, I
Oh
think.
yeah! Right around 7:30.
And I'm wrong.
I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
That murder happened between 10 to... And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Alright. Okay then. Looks like the game has begun. I have to prove an alibi for that period. So to prove the murder didn't happen during that time. I don't have an alibi. Okay. Gotcha.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Hold on.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Correct.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
That's more than the
So
time.
Makoto, if you have any objections,
Now would be the time.
Yeah, since took place in the garden, right? If I remember this thing happened to everyone at the same time, right?
we've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh god, there's something weird going on.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm gonna try to sprinkle some the other time.
We've established a time frame for them. It took
Place somewhere between 10
No, it's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
The only time it's good
And what
to
makes
say
you say
actually. Actually.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Yeah, but the bottom part wasn't.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Right.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Oh my god.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Really?
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire
What is with you goddamn? You always make.
Man,
Yeah.
you're totally wacko.
No shit.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why.
Oh god. Who there wasn't a sprinkler? They got body wet all after this. It took over saying that business to do it. Literally. This is not hard.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no!
Why is she worried that it's her?
Enough! Are
Like
you
ego
trying
much?
to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Yeah.
This should prove it.
The entire body isn't wet. It has to be the bottom. Come on. Do better.
Just remember
Stop
what the
being such a
body was like
insecure
after
piece
the
of shit.
explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Like,
The
like
top
you,
half of the body was
like your
wet,
insecurity
yes,
is hurting
but
our
the
case.
bottom
Like, what are you
half was
doing?
completely dry.
Like, what are you doing?
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Right. I don't know about you. When I get wet by a
They
sprinkler,
only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm
I don't
so
even-
sick of her.
I don't even know what that means.
Let's
I don't
just-
even know what that means. I don't even know what
Only
that.
the top half was wet was because
Right. But you poured a bucket of water on her. She was on literal
while the body was still
fire.
on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Said,
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
no shit.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
Between 7:30 and 9.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Correct. Right.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Right.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Okay, okay, Kyoko, you're up. Or you're
In
dead.
which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Because she keeps going off and on. No, that alibi. What you mean? Makuro's murder is. No, I refuse to believe it. Yeah, that's too early. Kyoko murdering someone, that's.
I'd just like to say one thing.
Sure.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
But we stay alive. Like, don't you
Which is why
understand?
I can't let that happen.
So you're. What?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
But that doesn't.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
But,
A trap?
but like, you,
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
yeah.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Right.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
Yeah, it doesn't make
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
I guess, yeah, because
As a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
I don't know about that.
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Oh God, why is she trying to kill me? Why is she
The
trying to kill
sprinklers
me?
didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you? Right.
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Saying something that seems to just cover the body. Could it have been? The tarp?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
But why would you need to cover the body with the tarp? Like,
In
why would
fact,
you?
That's exactly what the killer did.
Yeah, but like,
the
how
dirt
do you
pattern
know
on the
that?
tarp can attest to that.
That doesn't.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Okay.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Wait. The water.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But the water. But why would you put the water?
Why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Right. Like, that doesn't make it dirty.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
But that would mean they planned to kill themselves. What you want me to make me look like the killer, right? No, I can't think about that right now. Right. That tarp. It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? Right. But the body.
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Chloe because if I don't do something, everybody's gonna think I'm the killer. Yeah, literally. What's your fuel get? Well, no shit. Your argument. Okay, fine. Right before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp.
Right, we don't need to go over that again. Where the body was found. Sub 30. Right, okay, so we met each other from 7:39 a.m. Right, got you. But after the scene, found that the body was the same name. Jesus stabbed it before the explosion. It's the same name that Toka had gave. After Maskasana was holding when they attacked Makoto. Which I can't. I don't think that's gonna move on. 100% one side of the road was at a wild 189. The other side of it was completely clean and dry. Wait, how did she know that? Man! The corpse had a mask covering in his head. Only one, okay. The knife runs rest into the abdomen. There are bloods on them. The blood has been stopped bleeding. The body, what was in there?
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
Right.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp,
Was
it
dry.
was totally spotless, right?
Right.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Why would that make it? That would make this we put in the tarp somewhere. Ugh.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Right. That's what make it
The
dirty.
underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
What am I supposed to look for right now? Hold on, I'm trying.
By covering the body with the tarp,
Right. Body before the explosion. Hold on. What am I looking for? Okay, there was still... Wait. But why would... But she was stabbed. Why wouldn't... That doesn't explain... Yeah. Even though she was stabbed, that wouldn't explain... The other side had to be spotless. Maybe they cleaned it off after they killed her. If she was stabbed while wearing the tarp... If she was stabbed while wearing the tarp... If she was stabbed while wearing the tarp shouldn't have gotten dirty. They would have cleaned it, but then why would they clean only one side of the tarp, but not the dirty side? That part does not make sense either. I'm gonna try it. What else is also there?
the
Explosion.
killer prevented it from getting wet.
Explosion. Exploded body analysis. What else could it be? The upper half was wet, but the bottom half remained dry. Yeah, that doesn't prove anything, I think.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the
Where
sprinkler
the
got
body
that
was,
side
when
wet.
the body was found, not where. When the body was found. Yeah, I think it has something to do with
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
the body was found. No.
Because that side was protected from the water.
Yeah.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm right. That was a bit shaky. That was a bit
Actually,
shaky.
one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Right. Let's see, she's been stabbed.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Right, except for... I just explained that.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Right.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, What if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Why would it be a camouflage? For what? What? The body was camouflage? What did you... The blood
What
was...
if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
What?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something
Wait,
like
this is
that?
getting off the rails. What?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Wait, what? What is going... Wait.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
True, but like... Hold
No.
up.
That's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Which must mean... Which must mean what? Oh no. Oh, the chickens.
I got it!
One of the chickens died.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Oh my god.
What? Chicken blood?
Oh my god. Why is this working?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder,
What's
there were
going
5
on?
chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Right.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, I
Doing
agree.
anything just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
No, Nina, come on. You eat-
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
It's a very...
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
You mean her theory? Okay.
You said the culprit used the
too
tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Right.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
Yeah, like
When
where?
you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
I mean, how else would you wear something like that?
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Wait, oh shit.
Sorry, I'm having a tough
No,
time.
it's...
What settles what?
Here's
No,
what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off,
Okay. True.
but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Oh no. Oh,
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
before 7:30, which I don't have an alibi.
But to pull all that off,
Right.
wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still,
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I feel like they're trying to kill me. This just falls back on me again. Yeah, which is it's fucking insane. Oh my god, she's trying to kill me. She's literally trying, yeah, this entrapment. I don't understand. This guy has been added. Dead body has been added to the, yeah, okay.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Oh my god, we just gotta choose bullet for no reason. But I mean, we gotta put bullet for a reason, but...
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Nice job, Kyoko.
You're serious, man? Which one of them did it?
Obviously, Kyoko.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Why are you such a fucking idiot?
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Correct. It went missing.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Now that we have a knife, what are we gonna do with it? Hey. Can't like go talk to people, that's for sure. We don't know what you might do. Rain. And then I was given the knife. I feel like they're trying to get me killed. Hey, this random, how's it going?
The knife we gave to Makoto?
Oh god.
You don't seem
They're trying to
surprised.
entrap me in a murder
You
that I
must
didn't
have noticed
commit.
earlier.
and I don't know why they're so eager to do it.
Then why did you hide that fact?
Good. Anything so far? Kyoko is trying to kill me. That's it. Oh, that's not good, right? Right.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Like she tried to attack me in the bed. I couldn't be sure what happened last night. Yeah, exactly. I thought maybe I really did kill her. Well,
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
and she was wearing the coat
The knife
correctly
we
that
found stuck
time.
in the body came from Makoto.
Right.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Putting everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Yeah, I agree. This guy's dead body. I have to look at the new bullets. What an asshole.
The knife we found lodged in the dead
Oh,
body.
is this the situation? Put up a truth bullet right in the middle of the freaking trial. Sneaky ass game. Murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. Suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. I don't know when she got that conclusion later. When they removed the tarp, the suspect placed a white jacket on the body. This jacket had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing. Why would you need to do that? To hide the fact. What did she say? To hide the fact that, oh god, to hide the fact that the murder took place before the sprinklers turned on? All the actions together to make it look like it took place before the sprinklers turned on. Because they knew the sprinklers were going to be a problem. They planned ahead. So they murdered the person. They murdered the person. They put the tarp over the body. The sprinkler got wet. And then after the sprinklers were done, then they put the jacket over it so that we can confuse it, so that it took place before the sprinklers turned on. I actually forgot who the murderer is here. This one's pretty confusing. Yeah, no, I'm trying to make sense of it myself. This was pretty, there's a lot of, I want to make sense of the events to make sure that, like, I'm following things correctly. So they knew, but okay, so they treated the coat. Why does no one's questioning why Kyoko knows all this? Like why no one's questioning why Kyoko just fucking knows? Like fucking knows. She just made up a scenario. It's like, how do you know that, Kyoko? That's beside the point, right? God damn it. She just fucking pulled that out of her ass. And nobody's like, why do you know that, Kyoko? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Okay. She just pulled it out of her. I have to get over the fact that she just pulled that out of her ass. This should have been, yeah. This should have been an evidence point. How the hell does she know? Exactly. The game is just like, fuck you. It's like, I have the evidence. How does she know? No, but Makoto had the knife. Look at Makoto. Okay. Alright. Is that everything? The code is against you, it seems. Yeah, no. This is clearly a malicious parasocial relationship. This is the most malicious parasocial relationship between the player and the game I have ever seen. Just like, fuck you, handle this. Like, what? Okay, so do I have this? So do I have it right? Okay, so let me see if I can point out the contradictions. Okay.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Right.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Yeah, let's just forget about looking at all the possibilities.
Just because I had the knife once?
Right.
That automatically makes me the killer?
Right.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
It seems you used the knife to kill Makoto. No way. No. No.
The knife
I already know what the problem
lodged in the
is.
dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Let me see. Explore body analysis. Look at powerful sucking wet. No, that can't be it. Why didn't you say anything, Makoto?
If he did have that knife before,
Hold on. The body before the explosion. Toko is told when she discovers the body at 9 a.m. Okay, so that's not it either.
that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just
sorry.
because I had the knife
Do you know the
once?
name of the person dead? Yeah, it's Makuro Ikusabi, the Ultimate Soldier, aka the Ultimate Despair. Yeah, it's known. Yeah, it's known yet. That was like literally the first thing. Like Hiro is such a fucking dumbass. He actually thought Kyoko, who's in the trial right now, is a fucking ghost.
That automatically makes me
yeah.
the killer?
It was pretty bad.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Just be happy you
there's
didn't
no
catch this
question.
beginning of the screen, so you didn't have to tolerate like hero
You took that
stupidity.
knife of yours and killed her with it.
You know, hold on.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
What does it let me see them disguised. Remember to play with the sprinklers. Suspect covered in a tire later when they place the tire. Been treated with the blood to make it look like. Yeah, right. But we couldn't use the Monokuma file, right? Because the Monokuma file said, however, they were how the yeah, that was something that couldn't completely do. But there was one where it was like the bleeding had stopped, but no, that's not it. The knife is sitting no crime. Then it was also saying that, but yeah, that's not. There was one with that read that the body before the explosion. Their blood state. Okay, the body had stopped, but the blood was still wet. There was no. So let's try. Yeah, I think.
It really is, isn't it?
I think.
I was
Yeah.
afraid of that.
Wait.
If he
Body
did
before the
have that
explosion. There it
knife
is.
before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me, well,
Getting stabbed is what.
Okay, so that can't be it. See, seeing as I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, you wouldn't know. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Let me make sure it's the right one. Let's say this. Yeah, okay. This is the right one. Okay, gotcha.
If he did have that
knife before,
that seals it.
Makoto, just because I had the knife, that automatically makes, well,
Getting stabbed is what.
Okay, the girl. Okay.
No,
It had to be one or the other. I know I got one wrong, but it had to be one or the other. Yeah, the body was covered up.
wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Right,
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
right.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
That's not.
No,
What the fuck?
don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it,
Right,
right?
so there's no guarantee that she was killed by being stabbed.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Right. Even though the knife went through straight
Okay,
through.
fine. So what?
Yeah,
So,
you wouldn't know.
when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body,
Right.
meaning if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Right. Stab wound through the chest.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Most shots like this, that would not be possible. Yeah, I feel like if the knife was in her body, right? You didn't know about the body. In other words, she was stabbed in the same place twice. She stabbed in the same place twice. I
Shoot.
don't want you stabbed in the same place twice. I don't want to sound like Sonic because he is Sonic. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. You know, I didn't even think about that. Wow, you're really messing with my head right now. I'm trying to figure out why she wasn't stabbed twice. Where the body was found, knife at the scene, type, coop, on Akuma's account. Oh, it was Monokuma's town. The explosion?
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
And the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Does he sound like Sonic? Does he sound like Sonic?
Probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
No, it's pretty close though. I know what you mean.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Except we just figured it out, so.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Yeah, there's just a lot of precognition. This is not
They
Minority
wanted us to
Report.
notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Right. There's a lot
They meant for
of
us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
there's a lot of like they thought this out. Like there was a lot of thought that went
I
into
have a
this.
question. It kind of goes back to the beginning. But
Okay.
what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
There was a bomb. Oh no! It was one of
If
the
you
people.
bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Calm down, Bayeka.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Literally, because she
I'll
almost.
tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
She should be done a knife, man. This is crazy.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
That the explosion killed her. Nah, she was dead. That we confirmed that she died way before the explosion. It was the bomb, man.
I got it!
The bomb blew her up. That
After
means
the
one of the people.
explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Right. So somebody who was
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
right. It was the bomb from before.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Right.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
It's like what the hell?
It's part of a bomb.
Oh!
Working
and
on
the
it.
explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Yeah, real hard working on
Anyway,
it. Holy shit, my
The
brain.
culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Yeah, Kyoko, what you doing?
And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
How about the fact that she wasn't
Hold on a
around
second,
to
Kyoko.
know who planted the bomb?
What's the problem?
Took the bomb.
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Right. Even though Kyoko was being a dick earlier, blaming everything on
That's
me.
true.
Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
definitely bugging me.
Ugh.
What really killed her?
She needed to do that,
Fine.
but
I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
yeah.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
The currently established facts? Sure. Need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. Need to concentrate. Okay, what's going on? Okay, day before, body before explosion, Monokuma file, exploded body now. But I need to go over the Monokuma file again.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yeah. They were, however, before the blast, the victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. I am so uncertain that I'm going to read this again. Yeah, could have been Kyoko.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Right.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Right.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Right.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
No, there's no evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Countless wounds. Countless wounds. Up close to the back of the head.
Then shall we continue the
Wait,
debate?
what? That's not what the Monokuma file says. Did you straight up
The
fucking
victim's
lie?
fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Is
And
he,
it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
is he so stupid that he doesn't
There's only
read?
one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence.
Yeah, I see. So you were saying I have absolutely no idea.
Shoot!
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. The Monokuma
Then
file
shall we
doesn't say
continue
that,
the
but
debate?
okay.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Oh, this game hates me.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Oh
The
no.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
she was.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other.
Oh, yeah. According to them, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless...
No, because. Whoa. Really? What is. He's so. Mystic. Wait.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue?
The victim's fatal injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
And it wasn't me because of...
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
according to the...
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed... back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless... her entire body.
Try.
Then shall
We continue the debate.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
according to the...
That's gotta be it. There was was hit on the back of her...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
I'm
body.
about to lose.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Because of the damn silencer.
Is yet to be...
No, it's wrong.
That's a close call.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Which is not what the Monokuma file said.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
She was blown up.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file doesn't say that, right?
The file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal metal pipe.
I literally read the Monokuma file. Did anybody read the Monokuma file?
How is that
What
even
the fuck?
possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Didn't I just read the damn file?
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way!
Am I wrong
Balance would be
about
all
this?
off.
Am I taking...
You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Am I taking crazy pills? That's not what the Monokuma file
mind
says.
testing it on you if you want.
Oh, shit.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
Someone needs to hit me.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
What does it have to do with the case, guys?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this
What does this
time.
have to... What does this have
Seriously?
Yeah, literally.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Aren't you guys literally, like, telling me? The real murder weapon. Oh no, why are you making me do this?
I got it!
Why do I know
Mukuro
this?
was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the Cobra attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey!
And I'm a
How dare
fucking
you
black
backtalk,
furry
Master?
bunny
You have
rabbit.
No right.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I'm blaming you for that because of one thing about that weapon. What's the secret? Okay, here we go. Looks like they get with it. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's get weird.
The titanium arrow.
Right,
It was in the dojo locker, right?
right, hold on. I think Monokuma said something about, I need to go play back. But apparently the killing game was 16%. Yeah, that part. So I said she doesn't want anyone to see the block key. It was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the... Oh shit, she might have actually done it. Along with the arrow, there's also a watered up ball, duct tape, and locker, duct tape, and tracing the blood on it. There's some nerves with the tape.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
I put my life on it because I just fucking did like not too long ago.
Because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right.
Know that the arrow was the murder weapon, but there's more to it than that.
The titanium arrow.
Bloody
It
duct
was
tape.
in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't
Yeah, no,
sound
I'm sure
convinced.
now.
Well,
Yeah,
in the Monokuma, it said the weapon must have been about as thick
the
as
duct
a
tape was
metal
used to
pipe.
put all the arrows together and they
Seems
struck
like
it.
an arrow would just...
Oh, I didn't hit.
Master.
Got you.
You have no right!
No. There's more to it than
The
that.
titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker. I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because It said the weapon must have been about as thick. It seems like an arrow.
There you go.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah. We'll start tape together with the duct tape. I don't know why I did it.
You're right.
That's a little
Just the one arrow
overkill.
would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Right. Well, just the
And
titanium.
that's exactly what the killer did.
Right.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
Do we kill Hero
As
Dex?
for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never
Kyoko.
been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because the key was in her roll.
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Oh, God.
You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Evidence of Kyoko went to the dojo. Yeah, the fucking lock. Oh, God. Why am I doing this?
I got it!
Yeah, it was in her
The
roll.
one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
Right.
It was in my room?
Well, yeah,
Don't bother
Bianca.
trying to play dumb.
Yeah, because he's the one that had the
That
key.
key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
But you could have also just
This
opened the
all
door.
proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
That's not true, actually.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's not true. Because
Not
where did the
this
bomb
again.
come up?
You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
I mean, she never had the bomb,
It's not that I want to defend her. It's
right?
just
The bomb.
there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Okay.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand. Does that mean that she knew I was being attacked? Yeah. But she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's
Yeah.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
No, she has
Really?
a point.
But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Right,
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
right.
I should know.
Yeah, because you had the key and you had access to the bomb. Right. What does that mean? Right. You had the key and you had access to the bomb. You got the bomb from the bear. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Those words you just spoke. What do you
Hold on,
mean?
let me click at this account real quick. My brain. Stated there was no approach to the garden just after last night. Really assumed the murder must take place. But the death of the kid, you didn't know where they're alone at the point.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
Sure.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Like you should have done the kid with the white hip, right?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Yeah, but what does it do with that? You didn't know what you're doing.
Shoot!
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing with that one. Yeah, sorry.
Those words you just spoke.
What do you... Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
I just thought it's social. I wasn't even considering that.
Those words you just spoke.
What exactly what I said? I'm not the killer.
Right.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Kind of feels like I'm giving myself time. And I have to say, that's not on purpose. Goto meets the others in the gym, and together they had headed to the headmaster's room. Is told to find. This is the series of events that led. Yeah, but it doesn't explain. It doesn't explain why Yokai. It doesn't explain his movements. It does not explain his movements. Stated there's no corpse in the garden. Just after nighttime last night, it assumes the murder was taking place. Grandma said, right, we're in the gym the entire night. No one more targets to strike are I am not the killer. There's proof. Okay. I am not the killer. There's proof. Shit. The fuck? Okay, what else? That I put the key, into her own shit. No, that's not gonna work because that's not a bullet. That's not a truth bullet. In my own room. No, but that is a bullet. That is a bullet I can use. Just because it's a bullet that I currently have doesn't mean it's not a bullet I can use. Okay, so, and there's proof of that. Okay, so, okay. My brain. Okay. Okay. I don't want to. Okay. Alright. I hate this game.
Those words you just said.
I don't literally hate the game. I hate what it's doing to
Exactly
me.
what I said.
Or it's making me do.
I'm
What's
not
making
the
me
killer.
do. Okay.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the wood block.
There's proof that you...
No?
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Is this something? Hold on, I'm gonna put it. Yeah, it was found in her room. She's not the killer.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than any...
Byakuya,
What are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room.
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than...
Byakuya,
What are you? Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the...
Is that what you're saying?
You stated
Didn't I
a
just do
theory
this?
earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my
I
own
did
room.
it in the reverse
Could I really
direction.
have done that?
I did it in the reverse direction.
Those
'Cause I
words
don't
you
want
just
to believe that
spoke.
she's the killer.
What do you...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Right. Okay. No, the problem is that I'm already like, what about the bomb? How did they move the bomb? Like, I'm thinking ahead. Like, in my back of my mind, I'm like, how did the bomb move from the body,
I refuse to
from
give up yet.
the room where all of them were in, to the body?
Those words you just spoke.
What do you... Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more...
Byakuya,
What are you hiding? Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker,
Stop
and then
it.
left the locker key in my own room.
Not that.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from me!
there's proof that you aren't the...
No. You think it's okay? I'm mistaken making what I said? Yeah, I thought so too.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
So, I'm gonna tell this twice.
Those words you
You just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
I am flailing
You
now.
should understand that.
Byakuya,
What are you hiding?
I'm
Master would
really
never
sorry.
hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo and then left the locker key.
Holy shit.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya, what are you?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Holy shit. I'm gonna look this up. I'm lost. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. What is going on? Give me a second. I'm gonna look this up. Oh my god, I'm so fucking lost. I'm so goddamn lost. I'm so confused. Me too. I'm so confused. It's like, what about the bomb? Like, what about the bomb? Titanium arrows. Right, I did that. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, but he knows because he followed me in
That's
there.
what you're saying?
He was
Stated a
there.
theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
But could I really have done
This
that?
logic doesn't make any sense. He was there when he gave me.
Those words
He
you
came with
just
me to the
Exactly
room.
what I
Hold
said.
on.
I'm not the killer.
This is the answer.
You should understand.
Byakuya.
What are you? Master would never hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the
That's the answer.
No,
But he was
wrong.
there when I got the key.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Oh shit! I forgot about
because
that.
she had given her room key to Byakuya.
But doesn't she have a?
See, so that's what you meant.
Whoa! She has a key that can go into any room that she wants to, though. She has a key that can allow her to go into any room that she wants. She can still get into her room.
And if I had the key to your room,
Right.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Don't you have a
Without
secret
my room
key?
key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Sure, but you have a key that allows you to go into
Am
any
I wrong?
room.
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
What is going on? That's a contradiction. What are you talking about? No, that's not actually true. Right. It's a clear contradiction to what Kyoko said. Just told us it's an obvious lie. Right. But this just doesn't like her, right? Try to save her, which is a desperate lie. You feel that threatened? That she's the killer? There's something else. To what Kyoko had said earlier? You vote for me and I die here, the machine school will stay hidden forever. That's why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko. But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Kiro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. Yeah, because he's the only one that knows about the key. The one who could. Well, how am I supposed to? Okay, how am I supposed to devise that? Okay, so holy shit. Okay, no. Okay, all right. I see what the game is saying now. Okay, I see what the game is saying now. Okay, it makes perfect sense now. The game is saying. I don't know. What the fuck game? Holy shit. Okay, the game is saying that nobody knows that Kyoko has a secret key but me and Kyoko. And the fact that What's-His-Face knows that Kyoko, like there's no way Bianca could... Yeah. No, that's not what it is. the game is saying that maybe it does want me. I don't know. We have to see at the end of the trial. But the game wanted me to figure out that the only way Byakuya could have come to the conclusion that she put her key into her own room. I think Byakuya did it, by the way, just based off this. He said. Okay, no, I see what the problem is. He said she put the key in her room. She put the key in her own room, right? She put the key in her own room, but she couldn't have gotten into her room to put the key, right? But she did because I know that she has a secret key to unlock anything. But Byakuya couldn't tell that. That's why it's him. He doesn't know that she has a secret key. Right? So it has to be him. How else did he get into that? God damn it, fucking game. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap, right? You spend all your time trying to avoid them, you never move forward. We all in the danger, but the risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. And plus, it explains how the bomb got on the guy. The bomb got on the Ultimate Soldier, and like, yeah, it also explains how the key got in her room. Right. What do I do? I have to decide right here now whether or not to expose. No, let it go. I have to believe in Kyoko, right? She'll kill someone. There has to be some secret here. So yeah, the rest of my time, yeah.
Does no one have a rebuttal?
No.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Yes.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
Right.
Who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Correct.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But
Right.
of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
But you guys are the ones that had the
Wait a
bomb.
second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Yeah, I see it.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
Right.
Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote. Voting time.
Wait, what? Is it gonna pin it on me? Wait, what?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong
Is the game gonna
one?
kill me right now? Is the game gonna
Hold
fucking
on.
kill her?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Wait, is the game gonna kill me right now? The game's gonna straight up fucking kill me? Holy shit! Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you serious?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not. Yeah, I literally know that's not true. That doesn't make sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
This game is gaslighting me right now.
Shing.
Same as always, just like all the other class trials. I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills.
Separate
Chills.
piling, possibly
Chills.
drilling punishment. Wait, Why do I, Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Did the game just fucking... The game just fucking killed me. That's some bullshit.
What?
What is this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego? Alter ego? Is that some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Yeah, that is, yeah, that's kind of insane. Like, I'm a fucking guy. He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all. Striking down. I don't believe this. Oh, you see, you finally made a miscalculation. Oh, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
Let's say you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't even get him to smash and clap, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage sown pit in a way that's even better. Special punishment. We don't even know what even happened to him. It's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. Yeah, you didn't. I'm gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Yeah, literally. Just what the hell's going on? Literally.
calm down.
Okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands in the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings the top students from every field imaginable. The government-funded School of Privilege. They say that if you come here and manage... Why are we starting the game over? Yes, it'll be a simple life. 100 years of tradition is sets the send of the criminal cop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already been attending school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. Excuse me. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? Woke up in with my head resting on top of the hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in. What the heck is going on? Yeah. Finally, I feel my mind and body start to come back together, and then I was awake. But was this just another dream? The dream besides a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. It's out because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in the vast darkened cabin where the city of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. It was some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. That was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. And after what my good friend went through to save me, I remember all too well what had happened. Oh, really? Alter Ego saved me. He used up the last bit of his strength to do it. Okay, so I can't give up now for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival begins. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Oh my God. My fucking brain, bro. What in the world? Is that an airplane? How did something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Yeah, that's kind of a weird mystery. That's a rocket in a tank? But that took people to say, oops, didn't even know there was a stream today. Yeah, I'm making up for yesterday. What the fuck is going on? This is a desk. There's probably one that fell down here with me. Okay, got you. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at all, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. If I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless too. Next, I'll search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm locked in on all sides. That's still not enough to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. I'm making that proud declaration. Oh, I'll be right back. Back. Yeah, it doesn't work well. I'm gone. Jeez. Okay, here we go. To make it a product, I cleared that product. This next thing I decided to do was
Correct!
to get some sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. By the way, go ahead and type in exclamation point Goku. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least...
Hey, it's me, Goku!
I forgot to include that in, but yeah. All I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What? What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage joisted and form an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Yeah, let's take a look. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash. Rude. Well, sure, she even emerged from the pile of garbage. I know who it was. Wait!
It smells awful.
What the fuck? Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here? Yeah, you just came down like garbage.
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a big garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
Chris has something for you. Go ahead and eat. Eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Oh, nice. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Food never really hit the spot. I got all that energy I need to keep going. Please still haven't given up, then. Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to get to be good at. Okay. Yeah, it's just her. Let's just talk to her. So she has the key to get out of here. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me? Pay that or to atone.
You...
Didn't I? Even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. Yeah, in fact, the lie was the thing that was getting in my way. And I couldn't get past the lie because, I couldn't get past the lie because, I couldn't figure out that, I don't know if I would have figured it out eventually, but I couldn't figure out that he's the one. How did he know? Yeah, how did he know that, yeah. So you knew that I knew, right? It had to be, and I'm like, how could it not be Byakuya? He's the one that had the key. So how could it? And I only got it again. And he was like, so he only pretended. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm the one that. I pretended that I found it there. Jesus.
Indeed.
Okay. Even though I knew I did nothing to help you. Jesus.
I
Abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I said. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You're trying to save me. I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
Listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but it was a reason I had to survive no matter what the cost. Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? Made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy. One very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope Speak?
indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once. So recently I've forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto,
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? Talk about when we fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up, I was trapped here.
that's right.
I fainted too. When I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem.
Looking back on it now, at that point in my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I come to the school. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? Try to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? The only reason I could come up with does my purpose, my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. The mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
That could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. That's why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what you say is, well, if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one. The mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind's actually one of us. What?
Correct.
I don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. Since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? Mastermind, one of us. And plus, he hinted at that earlier, several streams ago. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I can do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind that was just into it. Okay, yeah, I get it. Someone needs to be the pro tag. Let's see, my intuition was right though. There's no way none of the kids like me could have been the mastermind.
I
understand. I'm too basic to be the mastermind.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even though I still trust you, it's just I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason doing the investigating on your own, so how did it turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to call my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. Ability, whatever everyone should have known before. I'm the ultimate detective. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. The ultimate detective?
correct.
Yeah, and the reason I came to Host Peak Academy There was someone I had to find in here in the school. You had to find someone who?
So...
Well, with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Oh shit. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. It turns out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us I thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
I don't know what it takes. I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
Because...
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
Listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. Yeah, you mean a mastermind, right? Man.
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorm using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's laid out the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. Found in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was the home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had stay overnight from time to time. I figured that the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. What was it like, that part of school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
Can't explain it. You need to see for yourself. I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
However...
First, once I get to the second floor, there was no chance. I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Kuro Ikisaba.
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. No, you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So who did kill her?
Anyway...
I say sure it's the mastermind that's directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class challenge of Makuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. I made the wrong decision. Get you killed?
Indeed.
They stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. Yeah. No, it's not over.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. Yeah. Just said he took a break. No, I was gonna be right back. Yeah, it was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Within minimal restrictions, you're free to explore host locality on your discretion.
In other words,
Mastermind is adamant on following the rules. With that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the Mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
One more thing I'd like to point out about the murder of of Makuro Ikusaba was sad. To the point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Yeah, it could have been the victim.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, when he was in that room during the night, right? I can hear them, you know, footsteps of the god of death. What? I hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorm, I had a sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room. I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped him, but that led to whoever the max assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And the murderer was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. Why couldn't it be Bayuka? I still don't understand that. It all had to be the work of the mastermind and an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate. But so all this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right? And is also alive, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if true. That means the mastermind could kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? Right, exactly. The mastermind wanted to use cash out to try and kill you, so they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but that is a contradiction, right? And not just Makuro. They need the cash out to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your own room. Everything they did is a contradiction. Right. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
He's the mastermind. It's the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more. I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. Identity of the ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. Not that Makuro was the ultimate despair that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
Indeed.
Think about the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. I'm talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, tragic event. You know, they still haven't told me what that event is in the history of the tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair.
It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they are making a mistake. The root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That's the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Yeah, no one kind of died. Like, nobody died. Man, that was confusing. Ultimate despair. A group of people who caused tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That's the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story. Figuring out the rest of the story come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. Yoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. Absolutely vital to ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And that can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. I'm sure able to use it on that door, right? I don't understand. Okay, hold on. I don't understand something. Okay. Hold on. So. Why couldn't the part of the trial, the part that I couldn't figure out that I had to look up, why couldn't they just put in the truth bullet that she had the key to get in? Like, why couldn't you just leave it like she had the key to get into that room, right? Why couldn't they just say that? And then why couldn't they be? There was a much better way to handle that. Why couldn't they? Oh, I see. Because they didn't want to implicate. They didn't want to implicate Bayaka. They didn't want to implicate Bayaka by Kura. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm sure he said it a dozen times. I never remember it. He's too much of a dick. He's too much of a dick bad to like pronounce his name correctly anyway. So I don't even care. Yeah, like why couldn't they just say she has the key? But like, how does he know? How did he know that she had the key to get into her room? Like, why couldn't they just do that? Like, it could have just went. There was another way to handle that, and I didn't have to like lie about it. Like, holy shit! It's such a weird way to set things up. Let's find out. Kyoko took the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, I don't think it's weird. It still makes sense perfectly. That I had to like lie, and then I had to trust her that she didn't do it. But like, wow. Yes, it's open.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Open the door and made our escape plan from the garbage pit. Okay. Finally, we're finally free. There wasn't even a time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Excuse me. Yeah, to go beyond that, like to then like, because I was just trying to get past that point, but I wasn't. But the game, after leaving garbage, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. But then to go like a step further, and I was like juggling all these like whatever. There were assumptions made, man. There were a lot of assumptions made in that trial that I thought they were going to answer that they never did, and it just blew over. But I think also the game knew it because then Makoto was like, "Can't you see there's something wrong with the trial? You can see it, right?" Yeah, because I was like, "Yeah, because I have all these questions," and then I have all these questions, and then they were just like, "Nope, Makoto did it." I'm like, "What? I know I didn't." Oh my god, such a cliffhanger. That's what makes this game so good. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in the tunnel, extending straight up like a chimney. I guess that's part of it. Like it's the logic. There was so much going on that like they had to. A better story to tell was that the mastermind had to contradict himself, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. That is a better story to tell. That's so cool, though. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent to reaching the surface. The ladder wasn't possibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The path was just so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Technically, they were under pressure of time as well. That could be it too, but also like another way you could say it, it's like I just had it in my head. Another way you could say it is like, why are you assuming that a mastermind who locked you into a room is making you play a death game with these regulations? Why would you assume that a villain like that is acting in good faith anyways? Why would you assume that? The whole trial was like a bad faith. You know, they were trying to get Kyoko killed. Like you should have became frustrated and been like, and after you got over yourself, you should have been like asking more questions. Like this trial is bad faith. Why don't you just go further and been like, but she didn't do it. Like I just want to believe her because like obviously she didn't do it. That this trial is a fraud. Like why would you're assuming that the trial is acting in bad like every trial up until this point assumes we're all acting in good faith except that trial, which she explained, right? Yeah. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I wouldn't be able to catch you. It was a bad faith trial. That's what she was trying to say. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now you said that, I get kind of, that's why I also had to lie for her. But I wasn't there yet. Like, me personally, as a person, the trial was different in the sense that you're supposed to lose. Yeah, the trial was different in the sense that you're supposed to lose. Yeah, and then you're supposed to become frustrated with the game and be like, fuck this game, this is bad faith. And then with that bad faith mindset in mind, then you're supposed to ask all these questions and then come back to the trial and be like, oh. That's a real mental fuck up. That's a real, yeah. Maybe talking help me keep my mind off of it. At least that's another way of like rationalizing it. That could be another way of good. Like these are great like mental experiments like that are absolutely great because looking at something from every single angle is fucking awesome. I love doing that. There's something I wanted to ask you. You said you were the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Nah, screw this game. Yeah. Right. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. And gamers do it all the time. Gamers are always like, this game is cheating, or this game is doing this, or this game is that. That's some bullshit. Like, gamers are always doing it. So yeah. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
It's like there's neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor ever. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. This is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort?
It's true.
Kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, our source of pride. Pride? So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the squirrel line, I never saw anything about her. That she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. Right.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope Speak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't knowing it was something that you, Kirigiri, detective, would never do. The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope Speak, because of how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
Nothing wrong. There's something I want to talk to my father about. That's, by the way, that's very consistent with like the third game. The third game, like you also lose on purpose, technically. And then like you're supposed to be like, fuck this game. And then you're supposed to be like you're supposed to try again. Yeah, wrong is different from that. Right, yeah. It's the game deceiving you. I like it. And you switch characters though. I wasn't talking about what happens at the beginning of the game. Yeah, I played V3. I have the VODs on this channel, but I played V3. And I wasn't talking about what happens in the beginning of the game. I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about what happens towards the end of the game. Like, towards the end of the game, you purposely get a bad ending. And then you're supposed to sit and stew on that bad ending. And then you're supposed to revisit you're supposed to play it again. And then you're supposed to revisit that ending. And then you're supposed to, like, figure something else out. Let's just say that. I don't want to spoil anything.
However...
Thing I want to say to him, although that was a bit of a spoiler. A bit. Wait, so you done the Kokichi trial? Yeah, I've done the Kokichi trial. Oh, well, what if I have to find him and tell him face to face? That one's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Well, if it wasn't for V3, I wouldn't be playing this game right now. Like I know V3 is like the end of the series, but I was like, now I have to go. Now I have to go back and play the other games. Like, holy shit, this is what Danganronpa is all about. What is this? Is it? I
So,
want to sever all ties with him. Sever. Last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri. Yeah, I like all of them. It's hard to pick a favorite. That's even more of a reason to play it. He was talented. He had a promising future. He had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the rest of the time. But man, the game likes to fuck with your head, bro. And you know, most people say a game is fucking with my head. They mean like a horror game where like it shakes you, like it shakes you to the core. No, you have to like get frustrated and maybe even almost break the game. I'm not the type. I think it just makes it more fun. Yeah, because it's a very interesting puzzle. It's a very good puzzle. It's really cool. And it's not you know what else? It's not pretentious. Like you can get mad at the game, but it's not pretentious. Because anybody that'd be a game you do first try without a challenge, just too easy. This, however, yeah, exactly. And the puzzle isn't pretentious. You just have to figure it out, and anybody would get frustrated. That's anybody, you know. But if you sit through it and just believe that you can do it, you can figure out the game. And that I like, you know. Some games they give you like a puzzle and it's like pretentious, and then like you have to like look up a guide online to figure out what it is. This is good. After that, my mother died and she simply ran away. The reason why, wow, this game is still getting streamed. Hopefully there'll be a Danganronpa. Maybe. I doubt it, since they already said that the third one's going to be the last in the series. The third one was supposed to be the last in the series, but yeah, argument. Young as he was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I love watching this, people. It's great. I would watch people play this. I would absolutely watch people play this. Just to get shocked. Just to get shocked. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
That's true. I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family's name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. But I could tell, like compared to her usual self. After V3, so the first try, but oh well, someday I will. Yeah, you'll get it. Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. just you know, just think that if there's anything about this game, it definitely improves your critical thinking skills. Like the way, like before this game, the way my critical thinking skills got better is because I passed a physics class. I passed like two, like I'm a college graduate, so, but I had to pass 2 physics classes, and like I really got into physics. So this game literally feels like being a detective. Yeah, it does. It does. This game is really good at like pushing your muscle, you know? I can tell it's compared to her usual self. Feels more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But that's not true. But there is one thing I can never forgive. Really? Oh, you know what I would really like to see? I would really like to see like a streamer who all he does is play like shooters. Like all he does is get really sweaty in shooters and like get higher ranks in like Apex Legends or Fortnite or something. I would like to see play this game and try to see if he can beat it. I would love to see that. The way everyone else looked at me, I never said, yeah, exactly. Oh my god, that'd be so good. They would range so many. Oh my god, I never said about what we left behind. Like I said, I think it's a good thing.
However,
Now I play a lot of logic puzzle games, but yeah, this game is great. Yeah, it's twist on twist on the story, very cool. Yeah, it's insane, dude. This game is insane. This game is so good. The rest of the family looked, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this game. The shadow had been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. Yeah, this game is so good. I was like, V3 is this? Oh, I gotta play this. This V3 last few trials are as good as 1 and 2. Those tend to be really long but crazy good. Yeah. No, it's all yeah, like but like, well, let me finish this one, but so far from what I can tell, yes, they're all this good. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer a family in order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he will forget about me years ago. Dude, the past trials in B3 were amazing. Seriously. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. But your family kids coming out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And we're connected by heart and soul, no? Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I'd like to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. But instead, I said nothing. Let's keep climbing to that in complete silence. After I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. I want anybody that says the story doesn't matter in a video game to play this game. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like, this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Weird, the story here is so complex. It's so well written, and it's so, like, you can't beat the game unless you're paying attention to the game story. Period. I bet this game is more intense with story than an RPG. I'm fairly certain, and I play RPGs all the time. I'm fairly certain that this is where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so I should open it without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so. Oh! Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. I don't think I wouldn't have gotten there without. How'd she get down there? No thanks necessary. I just returned into the first room. This is a trash room to dump, in other words. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen anyone throw anything away down here. So now what do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course. The mastermind finds out I'm worried about you and help me, so they might.
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then.
Let's get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words.
That's Monokuma. There's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's.
However.
You tried to hide. It's only a matter of time till we'll find out. Like we can run away. And she said that she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out, we're getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is gonna happen isn't.
Because
the mastermind is the one that's snared. Mastermind isn't snared. Said something like that before. What does that mean?
So.
Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
Right.
You can talk to Monokuma to confirm it, and it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he can track us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
We're going. Okay. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this would lead. Yeah, let's get out of here. The next chapter would be long and fun one, yeah.
Shall we go?
We get to gym to Monokuma. Oh, my bad. Wrong area. Sorry. Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. Makoto's supposed to be dead. What is he doing here? Exactly how I thought he would react. We're going to be okay. You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
But what if I did? What will you do? The guilty party exposed during the class trial. They alone will be executed. Fortunately, but that is the role. Now I gotta punish you again. This time I won't give anything the chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as a black and executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
When Monokuma chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And the response that it was to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened, and you tried to execute him. Yeah, because I clearly didn't do it. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that, you must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The intensity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery, alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it, quote unquote, killed it. Technically still haven't killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuru. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. Blackening and Explode, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose. It's like a big game. You're saying the Blackening is me and not Makoto?
Well?
You can prove this, right?
Well...
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is it, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you can't prove that I killed him either. You're literally breaking the illusion of the trial being between students. They're bringing Monokuma and the mastermind into this as well, trying to make them the guilty ones. Yeah, because that's what it, yeah, exactly. I don't have anything right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
No matter how deeply you try to bury it. There is only one absolute truth. Now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
Monokuma, if Makoto really is the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution, and he would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the scared you loved so much to expire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
Not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. You could have tried to pin them against each other while trying to find out the bad guy, right? Well, no, Monokuma is the bad guy. But yeah.
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there did, would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove I was wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat, right? If you want to earn our despair fair and square, I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you'll follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
One final battle
One
between
final
hope.
battle between hope and despair.
I don't need to say it.
Hey,
Well, I'll make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This will be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. What reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. I remember playing this. I skipped 2 days worth of class into college to fix this. Wow, dude, Jesus Christ. Very.
What's wrong?
I was getting bored, so I had to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. And what you suggest might be plausible. It will certainly make for one honey of a climax. Yeah.
in other words,
That means you'll accept.
You guys!
If you do this year with it, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? That'll cause you unbearable despair, right? And I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win or my despair claim your victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one finally grisly showdown. Agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
The final phase, so you have to unearth all the mysteries that have been unburied here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing the school, you can do that.
I can barely
That'd be
contain
enough
myself!
to qualify as a qualified.
It's
That's
true.
right. I'm trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
Guys!
then you win. You can't do that. You can't do all of that. We'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. Oh my god, the peps. You learn the truth. What kind of I'm about to say despair. Despair will you show me? How excited you are, I'm sure.
listen to me.
We covered every last truth. How will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? Too many puns, literally. I was almost about to read off a pun that wasn't exactly written on the screen. I honestly can't believe how this is all turned out.
Hey,
Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule where one student kills another? That's when a cross trial is held.
What's wrong?
Remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I want to confirm that is what you said, right? If and it's a true statement, you have to be suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro, there's no exception to that. Makuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Should mean that whoever killed Makuro, it's a very polarizing approach. I know. But okay, enough of the puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only person to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go all quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking. You got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. Y'all gonna get your punishment later anyways. And you start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Dickhead. Makuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. I hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Yeah, I still have my life. We still had a chance. The puns are over. You can relax now. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's dead. Okay. Kyoko, thank you for everything I have right now because of you.
However,
Thank you, just yet the real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal, but honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
There's no choice but to accept, huh?
because
All because of that one moment, the mastermind let their guard down. Like I said, how do you guys rank? 1, 2, 1, 3. I have to play the second one. I haven't played the second one yet. When was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it. What do you think? What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happen very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the kind of things extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. They must have some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. You want to show the world.
it would seem
Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. Won't say because of spoilers. Play the second one, it's the best. I haven't seen B360. I played it while watching the anime. And the rules and regulations. I gotta see if the anime is available to rent. I gotta watch that too. Regulations were designed to encourage that. That doesn't make sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, they would have killed anyone.
in other words.
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and serve that off to the world. Why?
Correct.
For point, most likely. For point, the anime is so good. I want to see it. Yeah.
Hey,
That's our world has a name for students. Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. It's talking about hope, right?
that's right.
For those who represent hopes to kill each other and seek it to despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. Don't watch the anime before playing the Danganronpa 2. Danganronpa 3 after all. After 2. Got you. Alright. Then I'll do that. That is the goal. That's the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better. Hold on. Despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, but completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. The group whose sole purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really our only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
How angry it must make you, and yet the same backstabbing motivation is what led the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
The goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. Mastermind simply ignored their rules. This wouldn't be a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
That's how those who are watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's precisely the reason. For how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, and she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
Instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. I think I said that like a stream ago that I heard that it was a rumor that it was to be on Disney Plus, and then somebody said, "Oh yeah, they wouldn't show that to kids." Yeah, but that is shocking. They are kind of right. I'm surprised they put that on Disney Plus. Wow. Okay. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. You did. That's crazy. They made it out to be the killer. Yeah. I gotta subscribe to Disney Plus soon. Not now. After Danganronpa 2. Even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. into death to reveal the mastermind took yet another risk. He attempted to kill you instead, which also was not the killer. And when that fact was disclosed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion, right? Prove the world that despair is better than, the mastermind still has to prove their point that despair is better than hope. Despair is better than hope, so they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
They only do what the mastermind harmed to have shown it. They violated their own regulations. All that was a hunch, right? Are you still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
It's only thanks to you that we got the chance because you believed in me. Another path open. Yeah. So I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Looks like I got it right this time. At least I won the bet. Another quick sigh. I took it as a sign of really. I wonder what would happen if I told everybody about Kyoko's lie. That's interesting. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you we're nervous at all. You seemed totally confident for a moment, but we decided to go talk to him. While presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Yeah, plus if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyways, we can relax. We can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
For everything we have gone through, would that be for nothing? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Even if we can't defeat the mastermind that cost us our lives, there's no option except to win.
Hey,
Before we can begin to fight a battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. Now we know who the real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Get together with everybody.
however,
Is that really possible?
anyway,
Anyways, right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. So shall we go? Yeah. Should I end the stream now? What do you think? Let me go find the others. Hold on. If this is not gonna like resign right away, then let's see. That's Kyoko. Mando's dead. That's me. He's dead. Is back over to the inside?
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we just keep looking. Okay. Let's see. Junko. Toko. She must be with what's his face. Toko's room. She inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. And then there's Hina. Dead. Celeste. Dead. Hina. Doesn't know if she's inside.
hey,
I don't think she's in here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay. Sakura's dead. Leon was the first one to get murdered. Idiots. Chihiro's room is the inside.
hey,
Looks to be in Crescent Road. Disney Plus Filmation and Apple TV. Apple TV has it? That's interesting. Let me keep looking. Okay. That's interesting that they have it. Huh. Maybe some Danganronpa fans that subscribe to Apple Plus? That's interesting. Thinking about the core audience, you know? Maybe that's a nasty assumption. Maybe that's a nasty assumption to make in my head. I don't know. I doubt they're in here. First place I would actually look is the library. I know that Biyaka would be there. That douchebag. And he'd be probably be there with Toko. Only pirating wasn't illegal. If only, man. If only. Tell me we were greeted with. What the fuck? You again? Is he broken? His emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I agree. I wonder what that was about. Literally, I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
Oh shit.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
He would say that.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
No, you'd be the first one to believe that. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. So I had to tear up.
What?
What's that smell? It's garbage.
What the heck?
Yeah, man, this seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Anyway, shoo. In a flash, my tears dried up. Of course, it's just like. Ugh. Wait, I don't think I need to go to the kitchen right now. Yeah, I was aiming for Hina. There you go. What have you guys been doing while I'm gone? Well, we figured out that since the trial is over, we have access to new places again. And now that all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there wasn't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? That's interesting.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it? What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
You get to talk to her? Who? Miss Clayton. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit. Does anybody know who Miss Cleo is? Oh god. Who the heck is Miss Cleo? It's a 90s reference. Oh my god, that's such a 90s reference. I can't believe it survived. Yeah, me neither. You realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Yeah, no. Oh, shut up. You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you could possibly. Oh god. Yeah, sure. I was rolling in garbage for a while. Smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason. God.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened. It was Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain why. Is it okay that you're here? Yeah, she's psychotic. She's absolutely fucking insane. She's a serial killer, right? What if the mastermind catches
It's
you?
true.
That's related to what I have to tell you. I need to tell you all about the last class trial.
In other words,
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Yeah, I expected to know. I didn't. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto is the killer. Of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it's all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
That's right.
That's right. It was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it, right?
However,
The decision made meant that he would be the one to die, right?
What did you
Spot
say?
the trap. Did you, Makoto? I mean, it's not like it was easy. I just,
however,
executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school's rules. School regulations, sorry. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, right? is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV podcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you, yeah.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said it's the time that now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
I'm totally in the dark here. Yeah, you would. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again, later. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind, right? There's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
we've been looking around all this time. We still don't know anything, right?
Anyway.
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh,
Everyone? Actually,
no!
that's always been the case, actually.
I hate you.
If we lose the trial, everyone dies. Hey, who said you could agree to the terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with Master. I mean, I want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Yeah,
Anyway.
I agree. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. And we're into one decisive final battle, or a rather interesting development, I'd say. Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Makuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. We all work together and search as hard as we can. I'm sure we'll solve all these mysteries together. I'm not so sure about that. I can't agree with you with the idea of working together with everybody. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everybody seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay enough to punt anyways. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step in Hope Street Academy's killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, didn't he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words...
The mastermind's really the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says. The mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. And the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Moroku and you get 16, right? The mastermind would have been one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only one still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue? Do you get it now? Yeah, you're saying he's one of us. You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
no way!
You can't be so serious. Wait. You can't say for sure that's true yet. Makuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
Certainly be a possibility. Only one thing, one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're the ultimate, right? The ultimate conspiracy must be a high schooler that just busted twist and twist. Yeah, you can't say it's not possible. If one of us was the mastermind, they could have been controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was acting?
Well,
We just snuck off to control him in secret.
but
Don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
I mean, Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe he loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In the case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Yeah, that's true, actually. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible to decide directly to flow the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but At this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
What?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. I remember what I was saying. You're supposed to get frustrated with the game, and you're supposed to say this like the class trial was a bad place class trial, and then he said you finally figured this out by now, but this is the true ending. That means you had to get a bad ending before you get the true ending. That means you had to get frustrated with the game. I'm done over this. It's okay. I'm not gonna go over it again. The time for talk is done. But okay, I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
this
my
point, I can
family.
rely on myself. On Togami's blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each one must uphold your responsibility. Well then, to making this final statement, Baikuya left the dining hall. Master Togami to go. He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or the coffee. They're totally useless. So, with that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall, and now she's gone. She's gonna go off by herself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go look for myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go by themselves. What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, I don't trust everyone, you know.
cause, I
Up
mean,
until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everybody else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto. And that's really nice of you to say.
but,
Still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
I figured out at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see ya. You know, was surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. She's gonna be useless. And once again, it's sad that like she had to admit it, but it's just two of us, indeed. You're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our own searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
Goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. It's useless. I saw a Securus trial. Doing your own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. You just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and show what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, then I better get going. I have endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
The Kuma said all the doors to school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny of the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I'm gonna stop right here. I can't believe the mastermind might have been one of us. So what I have to prove, I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. By taking a look at Makuro's Monokuma file, the two exposed the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Oh yeah, I did say that. Well shit, their body was covered with other wounds, but I forgot that part. It was covered with other wounds, but these were at least 7 days old. Once we found out who killed Makuro Ikusaba, They will know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? We'll start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The master's room, the biolab, the door in the data center. When a girl's face on it. Oh, the second floor where the gate was down before, that should be open now, right? After that, I have to double check the areas that connect to the murder. Which means the garden in the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Got it. Alright. Alright. We're gonna end it here. Because my brain has enough. Pretty sure I overloaded it. Really sure I overloaded it. Oh boy. Oh dear Lord. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back. Okay. I'm gonna go see you to raid on Twitch. God, this game is so fucking good. Okay. Let's try. Hold on. There's somebody else streaming. Yeah, we're just gonna raid like somebody else that's also playing the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to raid somebody else that's also playing Danganronpa. Pen. Pandiru. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like what you see, please like, follow, subscribe on Livespace, YouTube, and Twitch. Have a good night. Bye.